Shepherd and the crew, covering all elite wrestling, bringing you the news. It's Sunday Night Raw, gonna rock your world. Tune into the podcast, let the chaos unfurl. The energy's electric, the passion's on fire. Kicking out podcasts, take it higher and higher.
What's going on, KOP Nation? It's Sunday. It's March 24th, 2024. So you know what that means. A brand new episode of the Kicking Out Podcast, streaming live on the Kicking Out Podcast Facebook page, X page, channel, account, whatever you want to call it, and YouTube
Twitter
channel, Twitter if you don't want to give Musk any credit, which, I don't really want to either. So I should go back to calling it Twitter. But wherever you're watching, please make sure you like our pages, or following our pages at Kicking Out Pod on all social media platforms, or subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that notification bell. And if you're listening on your favorite audio podcast platform, make sure you're either following us or subscribe to us. I know each platform has a different button there. I'm out of breath already. With all that said, I'm Tanner Lee, the KOP Predictions Champion. Joining me tonight, we got the three-man band back, the unwise man, Paul Zarman, and the Shep, who is celebrating Sunday Fun Day, Part 5.
So if we're three-man band, that must mean you're Heath Slater, right?
Yeah, I couldn't be the other two guys.
He's got kids.
I do have. Well, I don't. But
No, you don't.
Well, okay, no, you're the one with the championship right now. That would make you the greatest WWE champion of all time, Jinder Mahal.
Well,
You better go sit in the tanning bed, Tanner.
I better do that. I better take
fly.
some.
Jesus.
Oh, and right away tonight, the fly makes the explicit fly. No pun intended. No, good to have both of you here tonight. It's gonna be a fun show. For sure. I got Paul was asking me what I got in the background tonight. I have WCW Uncensored 1996 because it happened on this day in 1996. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I got Northwestern and Connecticut, and right now the officials are absolutely hosing Northwestern right now.
That's not a surprise.
Not at all.
I'm after watching this NCAA, I'm pretty sure these are the guys that are NFL offseason.
Hey,
NCAA might be as corrupt as the NFL.
Majin asking if I see clearly. Sometimes on this day. See, get that?
Yeah.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Mr. Adam Copeland. We'll have plenty of Adam Copeland talk tonight.
Will we? What'd he do this week? Anything?
Something.
Oh, okay.
Something.
But before we dive into it too much, hey, Shep, what are we drinking tonight?
We're drinking vodka, no-name vodka, homemade vodka, hooch. Call it hooch, moonshine. I don't know, whatever you want. Actually, moonshine's kind of a whiskey, whatever. But no, just drinking vodka tonight. I went back to the old school styrofoam cups. I know it's not eco-friendly, but I think it tastes 10 times better out of a styrofoam cup than it does those metal Yetis that I've been drinking out of ever since you guys have known me. So I don't know what made me go back to the old styrofoam. It fits in my golf cart cup holder a lot better than the Yetis does. So I had to buy some. And then I'm going to pull my R-Truth moment of the night. This episode is sponsored by Roback. Over here it is. Go to Roback and put in aid, Kicking Out KOP, and get 20% off your next order.
There you go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
Roback.
I
There you go.
am drinking right along with you tonight, Shep.
That looks like some neon blue. What do they call that stuff? Is that Smirnoff Ice? Yeah, I got it.
It's the red, white, and berry. The wife bought it a couple weeks back, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna steal one.
Well, you know, hey, you're married. You know, what's yours is hers, and what's hers is hers.
Yes.
So
That's why I had to steal it. And Tanner's,
Tanner's
something over there.
He's the old banquet beer kind of guy.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. Had to celebrate my Boilers tromping.
Not
today,
losing.
so.
Then why?
Not losing.
How do you not drink the boiler lager or whatever? Don't they have their own
Boiler
beer?
Gold. Yeah, they Boiler Gold and Boiler Black. Yeah, I drink it sometimes, but I just didn't have any in the house tonight. So
You probably can't find it because it doesn't have any banners.
all right. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole tonight. You know, I'm not feeling good. Don't want to go down the rabbit hole. I don't want to bore everybody watching this. That's
Well,
like, who cares about-
I'm just saying. Usually, when you try to find a beer, you got to look for the banner to see where it's at. But y'all ain't got none. All right, I'm done. I'm done.
I could really go down. I could go down one, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be nice.
What, Shep? You know what? Tanner will swear up and down that the colors of KOP are related to AEW. But we all know secretly he just wanted to get those Boilermaker colors on another podcast.
That, or he's just a diehard Zebra fan where he grew up.
Yeah, it could be that too.
I doubt it, but I agree. I kind of agree a little bit with you, Paul. There. So that's okay.
I'll let everybody form their own opinion out there. But we got some people drinking here, watching on YouTube along with us. Majin's Apple Crown. Couldn't find that other kind yet.
Oh, the blackberry. Majin, get the blackberry, mix it with lemonade. That's like supposedly the new go-to. This fucking fly.
And Steffi's got a German grapefruit beer.
Ooh.
Yes. So, all right. Well, let's dive in.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yes. Cheers.
Cheers.
Everybody. Cheers. Well, let's dive into a unique week for AEW. No Collision this week because of the NCAA tournament. It'll be returning next Saturday.
I got our truth over to watch Collision, and we couldn't find it.
That guy's a legend. That guy's a treasure.
Pat McAfee probably tried to watch it too, and so we can talk about it Monday on Raw.
Probably. We had a live Dynamite, of course, like always, but then followed up by a live Rampage right after. So Rampage was not only live, which is usually taped, it was on Wednesday right after Dynamite, which is usually on Friday. So 3 hours of live AEW programming on Wednesday night, and I thought both shows were really good this week.
So before we dive into it, what would you guys think about scrapping Dynamite or scrapping Dynamite?
Well, I wouldn't like that.
Scrapping Rampage and just having a 3-hour Dynamite.
I don't like 3-hour Raws, so I'm kind of, I don't know.
Okay, see, I'm up in the air on this because at 2 hours of Dynamite versus 3 hours of Raw, there is still more wrestling in 2 hours than we see in 3 hours. And we got 3 hours this week. I'm just going to count it all as one show because the screen went black and came right back. We didn't even get it open for Rampage. So it was one show nonstop for 3 hours, and it still had more wrestling than Monday nights do.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And it's two totally different shows.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch landed on my mic. You see him? Look at it. You see him? I got thrown off there. They have the roster to do it.
And like Pluggo says here, friend of the podcast, Pluggo, go check out his show Between Two Beards. Rampage numbers were up big this week too. So,
well, let's be honest. You've already watched 2 hours of Dynamite. You might as well sit there and watch Rampage again. Where instead on a Friday night at 10 o'clock, you're either in bed, you're out doing something. It's hard to. All right. I need a fly swatter. I don't know if I have a fly swatter.
I'm hovering over the logo. That way, when it comes out next, I can just hit it.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I'm gonna knock this microphone next time it lands.
Shep's got heat with the fly. But no, it was a very good question. I don't know, because I was thinking the same thing when I went off the air. I'm like, man, I kind of like that Rampage right after Dynamite, but then I'm like, I complain a lot on Monday nights about 3-hour programming, which it will be interesting when the WWE when Raw goes to Netflix, if they keep it 3 hours or cut it back to 2, because they won't have to have ads on there with Netflix.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you
Oh.
could have ads because there's a new tier in Netflix, isn't there, that has ads?
You're correct. You're correct. But they could do, like what they do with PLEs when they need a break in between matches. They run like a shop WWE ad or something, like their own. They wouldn't have to be like what they actually sell.
I could dig a 2-hour show with no ads. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be pretty smooth. It would be pretty smooth. But all in all, we had 2 fun shows this week as far as AEW is concerned. And Dynamite kicked off with none other than Mercedes Moné coming out again, getting the CEO chant, cutting a promo, pretty much admitting that she was still on high from last week. She's missed all this. She's excited to be here in AEW. She kind of talks about how all of this almost got taken away from her 10 months ago with her foot injury. Brings up Willow Nightingale. Said she's rocking and rolling all over the world. That got taken away from her. That's why she wanted to come to AEW so she can, she's done a revolution already, a women's revolution, but she wants to do a global revolution, which I thought was pretty good. She keeps talking, and then Julia Hart, Sky Blue, come out because the lights go black. And then Nightingale and Statlander come down to help. However, Nightingale teases a chair shot to Mercedes, and Mercedes looks at her kind of weird. And then they all walk to the back. So a little foreshadowing there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still not sold on the CEO. Sorry, guys. I'm just not. I told you guys, I really wanted in the middle of one of the promos from the CEO, DMD's return. I think it would have been perfect, but it seems like they're probably going to push her straight into the TBS championship picture. And I'm not.
I think she's too big for it.
I just don't know how I feel about it.
I think she's gonna avenge her loss against Willow because of the injury, right?
Yes.
Once that story is done, I'm guessing Dynasty. Once that story is done, Paul, you got to have a point. The only person that she could work with that is not the world champion would be Britt Baker. That's the only person that's big enough to work with her. Yeah. And I'm not trying to slam the other women on the roster, but you've paid a lot of money to have this this character, this female, maybe the highest paid female talent in the business today is what the rumors are. So yeah, nothing against the TBS championship, but you got to put her right into the title hunt with Toni Storm, or the only other person again that could make waves would be and a Pluggo. No offense to this, the last 3 Thunder matches have not been what she was before the injury, and I don't know if it's ring rust. I don't know if she's still injured and is trying to work around the industry or injury, but they are not the old Thunder matches, in my opinion.
I can get behind you on that one, Shep.
I think that's the direction they're going with the women's title, though, is Toni against Thunder, the match that we didn't get late last year. I think that's the direction they're going. But
that's going to be a really hard act to follow for Thunder after the Deonna Purrazzo, because obviously Deonna is a hell of a worker. So it'll be and me, you know what? Maybe I'll eat some crow on that when they do go into a program and she's back and 100% and had a couple matches under her belt. Maybe I'll eat some crow on that one, and her and Toni Storm can burn the house down.
Yeah, we have a few comments here for Steffi and Majin, both saying that they feel like Mercedes so far, her promos seem scripted. What's your guys' take on that?
It's what she's used to, guys.
Yeah, I think maybe not scripted by Toni per se, but I think she wrote down everything and memorized it because she stepped on one of her words, and instead of trying to go with the flow like we've seen so many people do in AEW, she stopped and went back. And that, to me, that's just the WWE in her.
Yeah.
She's not ready to cut a promo unscripted yet. She didn't have a whole lot of those over in New Japan. And I think that's exactly what we're doing here is she's writing her promos out and then reading them.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I've seen worse, but I've definitely seen better. And I think she'll get better as she gets used to the AEW style as it goes on. I mean, she's got the charisma. She can go in the ring, but yeah,
She's just got to get comfortable with it. Maybe she's not
she's
comfortable
got to
right now, and
right. She's got to get the opportunity. She's got to get plenty of mic time. I mean, she's got to be on every week. They're not paying her that much money to not be on every week, not be the face. So Tony's already calling her one of the faces of the company. So yeah, she'll get plenty of chances. Our first match of the night. Well, before we got to the first match of the night, we saw the Elite shown, but Nicholas demanded Marvez show some respect next time by speaking in Okada's native tongue. Matthew says Okada always rises to the big occasion, says they will both be backstage and will be Okada's personal match producers. I'm loving this.
I love the EVP gimmick, but I thought that was a little bit too far, especially once we saw the match of them sitting there next to Tony.
I popped for that.
I would have popped for it if they were telling Tony what to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tony looked awkward on camera once again. He didn't look comfortable at all.
I don't think Tony likes to be on live television. I
really
don't.
No, he does not.
No, but I popped for it just because it was different, and the EVPs. I mean, they just lean so hard into all the internet heat, and I just love it.
Oh yeah, these guys are rolling with it.
Yep. But we kicked off with the championship match for the Continental Championship. Eddie Kingston defended against Kazuchika Okada, and I think we all kind of expected this title to change hands, and that's what ended up happening. Okada became the second Continental Champion, but it was a good match. I mean, Okada's chest was raw after the match. I mean, Eddie gave it to him. He gave it back to Eddie. Okada, man, he's worth all the money they gave him. I know I saw some people complain already that you bring him into the company, you speed him up to be champion right away. Not only do you speed him up to be champion, you speed him up to be a mid-card champion. Well, yes, but he has a chance maybe to make this championship up there with the TNT, if not surpass the TNT as the second championship in the company.
I kind of already thought it surpassed the TNT, and the only reason is because I thought at one point in time we took two titles from two different promotions, plus the title from AEW, and smushed them together, and it was supposed to be, to me, one title. So this guy was going to defend this title on three different promotions as the headliner, is the way I understood it.
Yes.
Now we've kind of backpedaled a little bit.
Right.
We got this belt off of Kingston, but yet he's still the New Japan Strong, and he's still the ROH champion. So he's still got two titles to defend. So they kind of backpedaled the unifying all three belts.
Right. And pretty much Tony came out and said, that got jumbled over time with one of Kingston's promos, kind of confused everybody, and he pretty much said the Continental Champion will be the champ, like whoever's of course the champ. I think it was after one of the pay-per-views, maybe All Out, will be in then automatically into the Continental Classic, and then have to defend it through World's End, which will either be the same champion coming out at World's End or a new Continental Champion at World's End. So
yeah, and I think the promo that really got everything screwed up for a lot of people is when Eddie said, I currently hold these two titles. I'm going to put them on the line every time I'm in a match. And then he lost a match or two.
Yeah. Yep. Yep, but I have no problem with Eddie losing the title. I don't think it makes him look weak. I mean, Okada is somebody they need to keep towards the top right away. I mean, they're paying him a lot of money. He's a world star, one of the best wrestlers in the world. And like you said, Shep, Eddie still has 2 titles, anyways. So
For now.
I was perfectly for now. I was perfectly fine with it.
And I think this EVP gimmick, I think that faction needs some gold. So Okada having it over the Bucks, I think, works as well.
Yep. Majin said they also backpedaled on the tag tournament too, which completely ruined any hype I had for it. And Steffi agreed with them. Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot a little bit with the tag tournament.
It's not going smoothly. Let's put it
that way.
No, it's not.
No. And I don't know if you guys saw the report this week. Came out and said basically why Mox and Claudio weren't in it was because basically they weren't in it. They didn't really have a plan after Revolution for them. And also Mox is doing some work in Mexico and Japan as well. So I don't know if he'd been available on the dates they needed him to be. So that's why we haven't seen Mox on TV.
That needs losing jiu-jitsu matches.
We talked about that last week.
He lost one today.
Did he really? I didn't see that.
No, I made that up completely.
Oh, I thought I believed you. You had me hook, line, and sinker there.
Bout had a spit take there. Thanks, Shep.
You're welcome.
After the match, though, we found out who looks like Okada's probably going to defend this Continental Championship against at Dynasty, and that's Pac. Pac made his way out and stared down Okada.
Yeah, which I'm okay with because, he was international champion, the first international champion. He was the only one to defend it anywhere else.
Yes.
I mean, no offense to Orange. He had a great run. Moxley, Phoenix got cut short. But we only had one guy defend it anywhere to make this thing international.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we'll see that again if and when he wins the Continental.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you a question here because Tanner brought it up when Okada won the belt, and some people were complaining that it was a mid card title. You take this big star, put a mid card title. Nothing against Pac. I consider Pac mid card right now because we don't see him a lot.
Yeah.
So your first defense is against a mid card guy that more than likely he's not going to drop the belt against because it's his first defense. So I feel like there's some if you're going to go with some top guys right now, I mean Warlord, come on. I mean there's some top guys, some peak main event guys that nothing against Pac. I'm not saying I think Pac's an amazing performer in the ring. And think it's hilarious. He talks with those big ass ears too, but
Dumbo.
I mean, yeah, it's with his accent and all.
They help him fly. He defies gravity.
He gives you wings. But
he doesn't need any Red Bull.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, I think these two could put on a great match. Don't get me wrong, 100%. But whoever made the point of it's a mid-card title and you're going to treat it like a mid-card title, so far right off the bat, they're correct.
Yeah. Here, Shep, you might want to take aim at some of these comments here. Majin, also, why are FTR a high seed? They've been on a losing streak. If anything, they should have been one of the teams in the wild card. And Steffi says, typical bullshit FTR politics.
Jeez. Well, she does have a picture of Punk.
They're friends, though.
They liked each other, but Punk had a little politics in the backstage. I don't see how you don't give them a high seed. At one point in time, they held every belt but Connecticut at once.
And Impact. But
it's TNA now.
Oh, that's true. You're right. At the time, it was Impact.
Yeah. Get it right, Tanner.
Hey, and they lost arguably their best tag team.
They did.
On April 1st, Saban and Shelley are out. They're out the door.
Yeah.
It was announced. It was announced today. So.
But I mean, if you don't consider those guys one of the best tag teams in professional wrestling right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you, Majin. It is frustrating when they say the rankings matter and they're back, and then they don't really do anything with them, and they don't show them on social media or anything. It's like, okay, that lasted 2 weeks.
Well,
Yep.
it's the rankings are great. It gives something to talk about, but it's hard to continue to write storylines around the rankings.
It's true. But don't announce they're coming back then. Just drop them. Keep them dropped, I guess. But I did and I know they're trying to be more sports centric or come off as more of a sports presentation. I did like something they put in this week that I've never seen a wrestling promotion do. It was during the Kingston Okada match. They had Renee kind of on the side of the entrance ramp there as kind of like a sideline reporter as Eddie was coming out. Kind of like you would see a NFL or college football sideline report. I'd never seen a wrestling promotion do that. I thought that was pretty cool.
As long as they don't get to the point that Connecticut's at where they're, showing replays with, drawing in stuff and all sorts of statistics, then I'm fine with it.
No, as long as they don't start doing mid-match interviews like the NCAA is making these damn coaches do, I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and the coaches just want to get back to the huddle, but instead their assistant has to run the huddle for that timeout.
Yeah.
After the Okada and Pac stare down, we saw Swerve backstage with Renee, said his intentions last week were all about the AEW World Championship. He says Mojo is ducking from him, and he says he has been inspired by Mike Tyson's sparring, so he offers an open challenge to anyone who wants to come out and face him.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson made AEW television.
He has.
Again.
Multiple times. I was going to say.
He was there with Jericho.
He also gave Cody the first TNT title after he beat Archer in Double Nothing 2020. But then, he had that thing with Jericho, which, speaking of Lionheart himself, he faced Hook. Oh, poor Hook. And at least Hook got the win, is all I can say. At least Jericho is putting over a younger talent. But it was interesting. There was a lot of speculation on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, when Hook was doing the suplexes to Jericho. Jericho was, pulling a Hogan. You got me, brother. Acted hurt. Or if it was a callback to Jericho's younger days when he was against Hook's dad, Taz, where he was taking similar suplexes like that, very slow. So I don't know, but in the end, Hook got the win with a roll up, and then they shook hands after the match. So it still looks like there's a potential partnership there, I guess, going forward.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know.
Yes, I am saying poor Hook. Even though he went over Jericho, I don't want him near Jericho for this. This isn't doing anything for me.
No.
But I just want Chris's character to be fresh, and it's just not fresh for me. It's been dead for me for a while. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I think they tried to freshen it up by going back to the Lionheart gimmick, changing his music. We no more Judas coming out. But when Lionheart hits, that music hits, it doesn't get a pop, or at least Judas got a pop because they sang along.
Right. So, and we saw Adam Cole on screen. He addressed Wardlow losing to Joe, said Wardlow disappointed him and he failed. Cole says Wardlow should be the world champion now. Wardlow has a new job, making sure the Undisputed Kingdom keeps the gold they have. Then maybe he will forgive him. I like that a lot.
Wardlow should be champion.
I like that a lot.
In all fairness, I should be AEW champion, but
I thought you were going to say KOP prediction champion, but
Oh, I was going to be nice. Shep should be KOP predictions champion.
It is true. I don't know how many times one match has cost me the whole shooting.
I mean, I've been waiting for somebody to take it. I've been champ since All Out, so since September. So I'm just waiting. Majin here about Jericho says it does though. He's still a big name, a former champ, and Hook not only hung with him but beat him. He hung with Joe and others too. He's on his way up. All right.
I mean, yeah, it was good for Hook. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was good for Hook. But yeah, I guess I don't know. I'm almost. I don't agree with Tanner a lot, but I'm on the take a break Jericho bandwagon.
Well, and we know that's not going to happen because after the Adam Cole segment, we saw Jericho and Hook backstage, and he calls Hook a former world champ, which is great praise for him and building him up, like Mike Majin said. But he says next week he has a proposition for him. It's like, oh, great.
Yeah.
Are they in the tag team tournament?
They're gonna be.
I thought I saw a bracket, but I didn't know if I saw them in there.
You saw a bracket, but I don't know if you saw them in there or not.
Majin's saying you guys suck. That's what he says, pretty much. I'm translating for what he's saying there.
Read between the lines there, Majin. But no, the whole Jericho
you like
thing.
this?
No, I meant.
Oh,
yeah, that one. But on the Jericho thing here's what worries me with, we say, yeah, he's giving younger guy the rub. All right. They're doing the same thing with Hook they did with Sammy, and look how Sammy is right now.
Yeah, Sammy
has never
gotten. Well, I understand that, but Sammy has never gotten away from Jericho since they teamed him up the very first time, and he needs to get away from him. No, I'm not putting on a Bruins jersey, Majin.
Majin, I do have a hockey jersey on tonight. It's a Purdue hockey jersey, but I got a hockey jersey on.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we're all over the place.
We are. We live in Indiana, guys.
I'll put on a McSwirly one.
Yes. We live in Indiana.
We do ship, but our best player and he's soon to be the 2-time National Player of the Year is Canadian, and he grew up playing hockey. So
there's no way they didn't make skates big enough for that son of a buck.
Oh, he did too. There is plenty of photo evidence that he played through middle school.
I thought you were talking about Wayne Gretzky for a minute.
What?
Oh
yeah.
Hey, Gretzky was on the Indianapolis team.
He was
younger days.
He was. But you're back to Tanner's high horse over there. This guy, he played hockey, baseball, 2-time Player of the Year. Whoop-de-doo-doo-doo-doo. He's probably not going to get fucking drafted in the NBA.
Yes, he will.
I don't think so.
I bet he's late first round. I'll put a wager on it.
I bet he doesn't even go first round. I'm guessing he's lucky to go late second.
I think he's improved from last year. I bet he goes. Especially the praise he's getting right now by some pro analysts.
He's had 2 good games. He's had
2. He's played good all year.
In the Big Ten tournament, when they got beat, he looked like a big piece of what.
Well,
now the NCAA's he's looked like a monster. I'll give you that.
I am looking
what you
up
started, Majin,
against Wisconsin in the Big Ten tournament.
Stats. Everybody can pad their stats. He's 7'4". When they're up 30 points, he's still doing layups.
No, Matt actually takes him out, unlike Brad Underwood, who plays his starters the whole game for Illinois when they're beating Duquesne by 1 million. But that's
his name's not Matt. His name's Shane. That is Shane McMahon.
I mean, against Wisconsin in that loss, he had 28 points, 11 rebounds. But, okay. All right. We're going back to wrestling.
No.
Hey, can we Twitter Matt Painter and see if he can do the Shane McMahon shuffle on the sidelines? Because if he did that, I might wear Purdue gear.
All right, that's
the only way you would ever see a Purdue shirt, sweatshirt, whatever, is if we could get Matt Painter to do the Shane McMahon shuffle on the sidelines.
That's why Shep doesn't own KOP gear, because it's all black, gold, and white.
He's even got his own Shep 317 shirt on kickingOutShop.com. You can get it. You can get it there.
You can.
But no, he's not going to get drafted. You know what's going to end up happening, don't you, Shep? He's going to end up working for AEW as the next big guy.
There, I got a big guy, a former basketball player, Satnam Singh.
They need another one.
Yeah, well, obviously Satnam Singh is about as good as Zach Eady, so that's all good.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Jesus Christ. It's about to become a two-man podcast for tonight.
I'm going to get blocked.
I'm about to leave and let you two just take over.
That's like saying Zach Gowen was the best point guard in history.
Oh, good Lord. Is people still listening to us? Or are we just...
there's a lot of people.
Yes. We got a decent following tonight. So everybody,
cheers for everybody putting up with all of our shit.
We are going down a lot of rabbit holes early and often tonight. But one thing we can agree on, Will Ospreay has been awesome for years now, especially in his short time in AEW. And he came out and he apologized to Canada for what he did last time. Which is that Forbidden Door.
Brav.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Alfred.
Wow, I did not realize. I have never seen that guy on Instagram or Twitter before, and I sent that to you guys, and I struck a nerve with Mr. Tanner.
Yeah, I'm not Alfred kind of a fan. So, Alfred, if you're listening, get away. I don't even want you to
actually. Once Tanner said that, I looked through some of Alfred's stuff, and he is very lopsided. But
he and Eric Bischoff can go have a meal together.
Yeah, Bischoff's a douche too.
Yeah.
I did love that Ospreay acknowledged the guy.
Yeah.
Gave him the little tip of the hat, took it in great stride. Me personally, I think the way Ospreay does his promos with the accent makes it better.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree.
And the energy, yeah, come on.
Well, and like I said this last week, I think Ospreay's entrance music has a chance to be AEW's version of what Kingdom is in WWE.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's got a little woe part to it, and then the Ospreay part, he gets the crowd going. Yeah, it's got potential there, but he cuts a good promo on Danielson. He says Danielson claims he wants to be in the shoes, yet he was in Japan doing what he wanted to do. He can't fit into Danielson's shoes because they were too small for him, bruv. He says what Danielson did in Japan was great, but he elevated professional wrestling, and he lists off all his accolades from his time in New Japan. He asked Danielson if he wants to prove he can walk in the shoes. He then called out Shibata. He says 7 years ago, Shibata beat the piss out of him, but now he's a different man with pets, a kid, and a missus, and a mortgage to pay. He challenges Shibata to a match on Dynamite next week, and Danielson can sit at home and watch as he shows him what he's all about.
Again, we're getting a pay-per-view match free on a weekday.
Yeah.
And is this a British thing? Why? And this is the only thing I could ever get mad at Ospreay right now is why the hell does he tuck his sweatpants into his socks?
Yeah, it must be a European thing.
That must be a soccer thing, or they call it football. But yeah, why he tucks his freaking things in it?
Majin, to answer your question, where does Cornette and Russo stand for me? I do not like them either. I'm not Cornette or Russo guys. So
Russo's a piece of shit. Cornette, I appreciate his wrestling historian of himself. I don't think he is in touch with the modern day product, and his political views are fucking shit. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
But maybe I watch too much British television, but I have no problem understanding anything Ospreay says.
I don't either. I get along.
Even when he gets going super fast, like I can pick up and understand every word he's saying. And I literally have watched people go, "What?" It's like
Steffi says it's a British thing. The sweatpants and
the socks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody do it. I guess it's a British thing.
Yep. She said she has a cousin that's Irish, so does the same thing.
Close enough.
Yeah. European thing. Yeah.
Brexit.
Up next, we got a women's tag match: Toni Storm and Mariah May versus Deonna Purrazzo goddamn Paul and Thunder Rosa. Yeah, I enjoyed this tag match. Thunder and Deonna got the win. Thunder Rosa got the roll up win when Tony was looking for Storm Zero. So, yeah.
Bless you, Shep.
Sorry. I thought I turned
I'll
my
say
mic
it.
down. I thought I turned my mic down.
It was good stuff, but we saw some tension between Thunder and Deonna. Setting
Yeah.
up maybe something in the future.
Be okay with a feud between these two.
Yeah.
I think she could help Thunder get that ring rust off.
Yep.
Because they have very similar styles, which would help when you've got two opposite styles and you're trying to shake ring rust. It doesn't work. But these two, I think both of them could be elevated to another level if they went into a feud against each other.
I agree. I'd like to see that.
Did I say Tony? I meant Mariah May. Thank you.
Wait, Shep just agreed with me.
I've
Sit
agreed
down.
with I've agreed with both of you tonight on
Yeah, what
two
the hell's
separate
going on?
topics.
It's
going
the
on?
end of the world as we know it.
You guys just don't realize how nice of a guy I am.
You are a nice guy, Shep.
You are a super nice guy, Shep.
I'm a teddy bear.
This
Make it
man
a double.
fed me the other day.
Huh? What'd you
You
say?
fed me the other day.
I think
I
for
did.
everybody listening and watching, they need more context there.
Okay, yeah.
I bought him lunch.
There
Yeah.
you go. All right.
Easy there, Tanner.
Yeah. Not judging. I don't judge.
Shep's too in love with Mama Wayne anyway.
That's true.
Oh, Mama
That's
Wayne.
true. That's true. That's true. Well, you know who answered Swerve's challenge? The Butcher. Haven't seen
Yeah.
the Big Butch in a while.
Hey, he's too busy playing bass guitar for some rock band.
Yeah,
And
if they're
playing
even a band
security.
anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, I think they broke
know.
up.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
I think so. I think Brody King's band's still going, but I'm not even sure about that either.
Mhm.
Fozzie's still going. We know that. But
Yeah.
I like how Swerve started this match with the headbutt, Kurt Angle style. The Butcher. I like that.
Got to pop
When
him
they're
right in the
bigger
mouth.
than-
Bigger
Yeah.
than you, pop him right in the
Yep.
mouth.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. And Swerve pretty much got a squash match on a guy bigger than him, which he should.
Yes, he should.
Post match, he gets on microphone to speak about Joe. He had nothing but respect for them until they met. Then he felt a little indifferent. He stopped liking Joe. Now he's getting close to hating him. He thinks about wrapping his chain around Joe's neck and wrapping around the post and pulling on it until he has no life left. But with Joe's big neck, he doesn't have enough chains. He said he'll take out the security. Joe sends him every week until he gets what he wants, the AEW World Champion. Then appears, small Joe that is, and says he should ignore Strickland because he beat him at Revolution. He thinks Strickland's major problem is that he still believes in the impossible and that he can box with a god. But the problem is that he becomes infectious and that people believe they can be great and can be a champion. Joe says it's sweet until someone like him turns up and smashes him in the face. That's when he realized what to do with someone like Strickland, which is to give him what he wants. Joe heads towards the ring, but Callis appears and says he guesses Strickland can just book himself into a title match. It strikes him that Strickland and Takeshita have the same number of wins, so maybe Takeshita needs to show Strickland what it's like to lose to the family. Strickland says he's had more time. Says if he had more time, he'd burn Callis' family down. He will take on Takeshita after that. He's coming for Joe. So another pay-per-view worthy match next week on Dynamite we get for free. Takeshita against Swerve.
Swerve goes over. Then we're going to get Swerve Joe Dynasty. And I think we'll get a little bit of a stipulation. I can see this being a cage match. I don't think we'll have another death match or whatever, but yeah, I think a cage match between these two would be great.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially because the cage match isn't used a lot in AEW. So when we get them, they feel special. They feel like they're there for a reason.
Yep. But I'm all for it. It's time. It's time to get the belt on Swerve. It's time. Oh, Lord, Majin. Oh, God. Oh, God. He says, give me an exploding barbed wire match. I'm still not over that.
We don't speak of that. We don't speak of firework matches, sparklers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Fine. Majin, you want an exploding barbed wire match? Then I want, just for Shep, because Shep feels about this match as the same he does about these two individuals. 1-on-1, an exploding barbed wire match. Big Bill, Brian Cage.
That's the only time I really wish the explosives were real.
But instead of like, what was the original one? 30, 60 minutes or whatever was the
Mhm.
timer.
Yeah.
Shep wants it to say that it's 30 minutes and it actually be 5 minutes and the two of them be in the middle of the ring and it just go kaboom.
God, I have a comment I want to say, and I might get canceled for this. I'm not going to say it. I can't say it. I can't say it. I can't say it. Nope.
Say it. Say
No.
it.
Nope.
Paul, I don't think we want him to.
I just was going to make a comment about the person I wanted to set up the explosives for said match. And I'll just leave it at that.
Paul got a pop out of Majin, and
Yeah,
people want Shep to say it.
No. I don't.
You know it's got to be pretty dark.
It's pretty dark. It's I shouldn't think of it. I'm actually ashamed of myself.
Was it male or female? Can we at least get that much?
Both.
Okay. All right.
I'll tell you guys when we're done off air.
All right.
Sammy Callahan. Hey, that's a good guess. Great guess. I'll give you a little bit of a hint. Wrong race. That's all I'm gonna say. Next.
I think I know where you're going now.
Yeah. Why I thought of it, I don't know. Bombs. Anyways.
Yeah, everybody's guessing Sonny Kiss. Because
you said both.
He identifies himself as both. So.
Oh, next. God.
Next match.
Hey, remember Cornette got canceled on NWA for talking about a bucket of chicken. So we need to change subjects quickly.
All right. The main event of Dynamite / the opening of Rampage this week was the I Quit TNT Championship match. 40 years in the making. Christian Cage defending against his buddy Adam Copeland. Came out to the ring. It was awesome hearing the crowd sing his music. That was a goosebump moment for sure. That was really cool.
I mean, he's used the same song since it became rated
great.
R.
It's one of the best entrance themes in all of wrestling.
Nobody's ever sang it.
You're in Toronto, though.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but even in Toronto, they didn't sing it when he was with Connecticut.
They sang it over when the WWE last year went to Europe for the Clash at the Castle or whatever the hell that PLE was called. They sang it.
That thing that nobody ever watched.
But just think how loud they're going to sing at Wembley this August. That'll be a cool moment.
Well, if it catches on now, so yeah, they sang it in Toronto. So when he comes back to the States, if they continue to sing it and it becomes a thing, so
it's got potential. I mean, it could be AEW's version of Kingdom as well.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, let's not forget. You talk about if it catches on. The fans on the Jericho cruise were the ones who started singing Judas.
Right. You're a good point, Paul.
And that led to the following week, the fans sang it, and then it just was an every week thing, even when he was hated by everybody for allegations that got swept under the rug at this point, because we never got outcomes. But, yeah. So, yeah. I mean, all it takes is one crowd to sing your song, and then everybody does.
Hey, we got AEW talent behind. Oh, he just went off screen. Paul White.
Was that Captain Insano?
That's what I was going to say.
It was Captain Insano.
He had the hair. He had the Captain Insano.
Now it's legendary Mean Gene behind me.
Mean Gene was a bad
Yes, he was.
He would get one backstage segment now and get canceled the way he did.
Hey, we got another AEW talent.
Tony Schiavone.
a younger, a little heavier Tony Schiavone.
No facial hair.
No facial hair.
No
Yeah.
glasses at that point yet.
No.
Then the Dream's doing commentary with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dust the roads, baby. And Bobby the Brain Heenan as well. So yeah, what a crew. Hey, WCW 96
Hey,
got hot.
those are legit Hall of Famers, all three of them.
Yes, they
100%.
are.
Well,
100%.
two of them already are, but
But this
Tony will get there.
match, this I Quit main event match was freaking fun. I enjoyed
yes,
every
it
minute
was.
of it. I mean, we had a brawl backstage to where women are running out of the women's bathroom. We had a hockey fight in a penalty box. That was awesome. I don't care if those fans were planted because you definitely know they were planted with a Leafs jersey and definitely the Bruins jersey.
With the jersey.
But that was still awesome. Just throwing haymakers at each other and had the interference from a kill switch and Nick Wayne and Mama Wang with the hockey stick. Then we had Daddy Magic and Danny Garcia coming down to even things out. We had table spots. We had blood. We had Spike make an appearance. Man, it was fun.
I didn't care for the whole Spike thing, but
I thought they could have executed it a little better,
Yeah.
but
That was basically like having Spike Dudley on TV. See, I was right when I said it was Spike Dudley. But the only thing, the only,
hey, Maj, and just let you know, I can last longer than 2 minutes.
oh,
we don't have a graphic for that. Oh, well, pop through.
Wait, that wasn't explicit. I'm just making a statement.
that is borderline. Okay, fine. Here, we'll go with this one instead, Shep. Better?
There we go.
Although never mind.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
I need ice.
Thought we were going to have to mute him there for a minute.
Shep's in the penalty box. He's in the penalty box.
I will say the only thing that I was disappointed in this match, and it wasn't anything to do with the match. I thought this was the perfect opportunity to get Mrs. Copeland out there to even the odds against Mama
I thought she
Wayne.
was coming out for sure after Mama Wayne hit the low blow with the.
Yeah, especially because they
thinking,
kind of adjusted the camera to look at the ramp, and I'm like, okay, here she comes.
Yep.
And then nothing.
Yep. I thought Beth was coming out for sure when Mama Wayne. Yep, but
Mm-hmm.
we didn't get her, so which was all right. But in the end, Copeland
It doesn't even matter.
After he doesn't even matter. He Christian got handcuffed with the help of Danny Garcia and Daddy Magic. Copeland nailed several low blows to the cage, and then he brings out Spike, hits a low blow with Spike, which that could do some real damage down there. Then he goes to hit him in the head, and Christian quits. So Adam Copeland is now your new TNT champion. He's a two-time TNT champion. And,
Two-time.
I'm excited about his run. I'm excited about this.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely lasted longer than his previous one.
Yes, it has.
But looking back, that previous run set up perfectly for this I Quit match. So I can't complain about it.
So we get, I feel like we get Nick Wayne and him at Dynasty.
Yeah, I'm hoping, he cut a promo backstage afterwards saying this chapter's finished. He's moving on. So I'm hoping he moves on from the patriarchy for a while. He's bringing back the Cope Open next week on Collision. So I don't know but that's a good question. Let's take Nick Wayne out of the category, out of the equation for now. Who do you think would be a good first opponent at, say, Dynasty for the challenge for the TNT title?
Daniel Garcia. We never got to see the end of that match.
See, he comes to mind, but I don't like that because I think Danny eventually takes it off of him. Eventually.
Okay. Fine. Daddy Magic.
Okay. Is he big enough to be in that spot at Dynasty?
He's getting there.
It's a show opener.
He's getting there. I don't think you put it in 0 hour, but he's getting there.
Yeah. But I was just trying to think of heels, and I don't know a heel that would slide in that spot pretty smoothly right now. I don't know. But I mean, maybe like a Kyle Fletcher would be cool.
I got one. Ogata.
Title against title?
Oh, belt collector, baby.
Hey, Brian Cage. Martin says.
Shut up. You did that on purpose.
Yeah, he did. He got the reaction he wanted.
You're trying to get a reaction out of me. You ain't getting a reaction out of me.
It worked. It worked.
Maybe he can dress up like a fucking Power Ranger this time instead of a Wolverine or whatever. The pink Power Ranger, too.
It was King.
He dressed as a Wolverine like a douche.
No, it was King.
I don't know who King is.
You don't play video games. That's your problem.
I don't.
Don't worry. I played that game all the time, and I still didn't get the reference because it was poorly done.
If you guys want to make fun of me, I think the last gaming console I have, and it's still over there in the drawer, I think is a PS3.
All right.
Which I couldn't tell you the last time I turned it on.
I've got a 2, 4, and a 5. So,
Ooh, Big Glass is Ricky Starks.
Oh,
We haven't seen Ricky in a while. He and Big Bill are in this tag team tournament. Supposed to be, but
Supposed to be.
we haven't seen him yet.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I can go back to saying Big Bill.
Majin, I would love to see Malachi, but they don't have a direction with him or the House of Black. So,
Buddy Matthews.
yeah, he's got to get. Oh, nope, not saying it. Nope, I'm not going down ship rabbit hole. No,
Well, he's got to wipe the shit off his nose because he gets stink faced every day.
I was kind of going there. Maybe not that graphic, but I was going down that rabbit hole.
He said it. I'm just repeating what he said.
Weekly occurrence for him.
Or weekly. I'm sorry, not daily. Weekly. Yeah. Good.
Rhea breaks the internet again. So
Yeah,
that's what she does. That's what she does.
Well, I mean, what do you expect when you hike your freaking already short outfit right up your
it's a
ass
tribute to Rikishi.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miro when he comes back, if he ever comes back.
Yeah.
He's in the middle of writing a check right now.
Yeah.
Alimony.
Yeah.
Hook's all up in her business right now.
Whoa, I didn't see that one coming.
I didn't.
No, seriously, there was a post on I think Twitter.
No, it wasn't Hook. I
Wasn't it Hook?
saw Swerve.
Well,
I
I
saw
saw
were
that.
taking a bunch of pictures together.
And I saw a picture of her and Hook. It was like a backstage photo, so it wasn't like privately or anything.
I heard Swerve were at some event, but I don't think they were there together. But
Swerve beating cakes. I like it.
I think it came out after the Swerve photos because it said even Hook is at the shot at CJ Perry because everybody's trying to get her attention.
Majin's getting trouble over here on YouTube by Steffi. She's getting the Majin spray. Down, Majin, down. She says. We got, like I said, Rampage right after Dynamite. And let's see. We heard from the Acclaimed early on.
Mm-hmm.
He's addressing the Guns, and Jay White reveals Billy hasn't been cleared to travel since Jay attacked him last week. They got some chants from Toronto. Whole different side from Caster and Bowens this week. Caster brings up MJF in his promo without saying MJF. Says the best wrestler. That's, in his opinion, MJF. It looks like we're definitely getting that feud between Bullet Club Gold and the Acclaimed.
And you forgot the Jay White promo before this.
I did, which was good.
Because
from
there
his
was
house.
a Juice sighting.
Yes, Juice, it looks like, was mastering the grill and forgot to get all the shot.
Yes. I don't think there was supposed to be a Juice sighting, but there was a Juice sighting.
We need Juice back.
We do.
They need him bad.
I like this by Big Laz. I don't know what his contract situation is over there in WWE, but he says Cope open at Dynasty and Sheamus answers the challenge.
Fake Tony Khan on Twitter used Sheamus's real name and said is all elite.
Yeah, I saw that.
Real Tony Khan.
I think he'd be a great member of Blackpool Combat Club.
I'd be okay with it. I'd be okay with that.
Shep's thinking. He's thinking if he likes it or not.
Yeah.
But he needs to replace you he needs to come in and just squash you to just remember him and then throw him away and then I took a spot.
Yeah.
then he's in.
We haven't seen you in a while.
I'm okay with that.
On AEW, at least. So
I remember I hated Yuta when he came in. I liked him, and now I dislike him again.
So we got
All right.
the Don Callis family, Hobbs and Fletcher versus Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta in the AEW World Tag Team Championship Tournament wildcard match. And predictably, even though I didn't want this to happen, Orange and Trent went over Kyle and Hobbs. So they're moving on.
Shep, I wasn't sure if you were watching Rampage live at the time. I got to get off Twitter. It's all mommy videos. I was trying to look for something else.
Told you
but it
she
was all
broke the
mommy.
internet.
She did.
She did.
She knows what she's doing.
But Wednesday night, I was texting Tanner because I wasn't sure if you were watching, and I didn't want to spoil anything for you. So hear me out. The best friends make it to the final match of the tag team tournament. I know, Tanner, but you remember how I set this up.
I know.
They lose. Orange takes the pin. Trent flips his shit on Orange for losing the match, costing them the tag titles, and turns on the best friends.
He can't turn on the best friends when Orange takes the pin because the Kentucky Gentleman was the original best friend. So I feel like Orange was an add-on towards the end. So and the only way you're going to do that is you're going to make Trent a singles competitor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Trent's ready for that. Of the group of them, we've
been
seen
saying that
Orange
for
do it.
years.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that. But we've already had Trent and Orange for the belt on a random Dynamite, and then they put on a great match, and then they're best friends again. So
Right, and that's why this is kind of one of those. It's been building type things. I'm tired of living in Orange Cassidy's shadow.
Hey, if you're going to give him a singles run, that would work. If you're going to give him a singles run and see what he can do with it, let him have the ball and take off with it. So,
Majin says hello, Mike Santana version 2.0.
Yeah.
Up next, we got Shibata versus Kevin Matthews. Kevin Matthews, if you're not sure who he is, he's a guy who works backstage at AEW, but he will wrestle once in a while when they need somebody to do pretty much a quick squash match. But he is a big dude, though. He is not small, but I like this a lot because we saw Shibata lose to Danielson last week. We know he's going to face Ospreay and probably take an L there, but they also give him a nice little squash match on Rampage to, let everybody know he is capable of winning once in a while. He's a serious talent. He's not here just to take L's. So not that he's losing to any Joe Smo by any means, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I like this. After that, we saw Copeland celebrate his TNT championship with some champagne, several other talent. That was
little bit of the bubbly.
A little bit of the bubbly. We saw Takeshita take on Rocky. Wow, what a placement
on
there.
cue.
We saw Takeshita take on Rocky Romero, the true guy behind the Forbidden Door, and Takeshita won. Pretty quick match there, but it's an hour show, so all matches are pretty quick.
And that's fine because we still get lots of wrestling that way.
Yes. Then we got the women's street fight, the main event, which didn't get as much time as previous women's street fights in AEW. But for how much time these ladies had, I'm talking Julia Hart and Sky Blue versus Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander with Stokely Hathaway. I thought they put on a good match. I did. I enjoyed it.
And you think about it, Sky Blue hasn't really had that many long matches anyway.
Right.
And they've all been regular matches. So her showing in this match was good.
I was surprised we didn't get an appearance by Mercedes just because of what they kind of teased early in the night.
Yeah, I'm okay with her not appearing just because of the feud these four have had. So I was okay with her not appearing. It would have worked either way, but I'm okay with it.
I thought it was a fun match. Had some fun spots. Julia Hart and Sky Blue picked up the win in the end when Julia made Chris Statlander tap out. There was some color with Sky Blue getting busted open, but I thought we were going to get more color, especially with Willow and Statlander because they were wearing all white. Usually when there's all white being where somebody's getting bloody. And the 2 previous street fights we've seen that women have been in AEW, there's blood all over. So this one was probably the least amount, but it was still, like I said, it was still a good match. I
think last time Willow was in a street fight, didn't she powerbomb somebody off the ramp through a table pretty much right onto the floor?
Yeah, Anna Jay took a nasty spot there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Majin said, props to Stat and Sky Blue for the attack spot.
Yeah.
Yep. I was laughing because I was listening to a podcast earlier this week where Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp was talking about that spot. And when he wrestled Shaza McKenzie for independent promotion a couple months back, they did a spot like that, but Shaza put candy corn in his mouth. And he said, honest to God, to this day, he wished it was Tax instead of candy corn because his mouth was so dry and he was so thirsty and dehydrated that he needed water. When she put the candy corn in his mouth, it just felt so nasty. Oh. And when she kicked it, that he said he would rather have taken Tax to the mouth than candy corn when he was dehydrated.
I'd take Tax over candy corn any day.
Candy corn's awful.
I could have just drank 3 gallons of water and I'd still take Tax over candy corn.
I'm not a candy corn person, but maybe that's a FWF spot for you, Paul. Take some Tax or candy corn to the mouth.
Yeah, Rip Ryerson Jr. deserves to get his ass kicked a lot.
I saw good old Rip Ryerson Jr. is going to be feuding with his dad, so got a feud going on there.
Yeah, I guess he misses one show and they go out and get some washed up, soft old loser called his father.
All right.
I think it deserves a tax spot.
Yep. So.
All right, Shep, you buy the tax, you sponsor that segment, and I'll do it.
I bet you I can buy 500 tax for
$5.
30. I was gonna say $30.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea what the price of tax are. I don't know.
Just got to be careful not to knock my tongue ring out in the process. That's going to be the only problem. I can see a tack or 2 getting stuck in the tongue ring.
That's not my problem. I mean, hey.
It was Shep's idea that Rip ends up in the lake, too. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
Shep has something against Rip.
My idea was to have you in the lake, and then I got my ass kicked out of the Moose, so cheers to that.
What a way to go out.
Yeah, what a way to go out.
But
hey, why'd you get kicked out of the Moose? Because I had a professional wrestling event there. Yeah. Hey, Moose International, fuck yourself. Anyways, cheers.
Paul had his finger on the button. He was ready to go.
I was ready. He started talking that, and I knew it was coming.
But
that's
yes,
okay.
Props to those ladies. Fun Rampage. So with that said, guys, I want to know which show do you like more, Dynamite or Rampage this week, which could be a compelling argument for the first time
in a long time.
And what's the rating and your wrestler of the week?
I'm gonna stick with Dynamite. I thought that was my show of the week.
Okay. What's your rating, Shep? Come on.
I was going to give you a chance, Paul.
Oh, okay, fine. I'll go then.
Go ahead. It's only 9:30. We got a lot of shit to talk about.
We got an hour still, and trust me, I've got topics to get us there. We're going to go down some rabbit holes when we get done. I just wanted to cover the shows first. I will make the argument that Copeland's win was on Rampage. It was past 10 o'clock. It was past the 10:05 mark. They always get 5 minutes. So for the first time in Kicking Out podcast history, I'm going Rampage.
All right, Paul.
I'm going Dynamite. It started on Dynamite, but it's fine. It's fine.
I'm going Dynamite, even though I thought Rampage was very solid this week.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I thought
one
the
of
crowd
them.
was good because the crowd stayed around for it this week.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because I feel like when you do a taped event, you have some
Yeah.
people that leave.
Sure, which is
Oh,
understandable.
absolutely.
It can be a late night, and it's understandable.
Yeah, there's been times we've not gotten home till 1 or 2 in the morning when we've gone.
Which I think when we go on 17th, Rampage is not advertised this time. So I
Boo!
think it's Dynamite only.
Maybe I won't
That
fall asleep
sucks.
on the. Hey, maybe I won't fall asleep on the way home.
I'd appreciate that.
I probably will.
Yeah,
What's the
'cause
rating?
it's you two.
Yes.
Rating for me on Dynamite, solid show. I love the main event. I had some great history on that show. 7.2.
7-2.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and combine the two shows for my rating for the week since we didn't have a third show. So technically it was just 3 hours of wrestling nonstop. Almost like it was total nonstop action for a moment.
Oh God.
Anyway, I'm higher than Shep for the 3 hours of wrestling we got this week. I'm going 7-9.
7-9.
I hope they don't drug test you at work tomorrow, Paul.
Oh, you think I'm on drugs, huh?
Well, you said you're higher than me.
You did.
You're drunker than I am, so there's that.
Well, okay. I'm not. Hey, yeah. All right. You win.
Well, I'm going to be the highest one on the pod. Imagine that. I usually am. I might as well make that a T-shirt.
Tanner's high. I will buy that shirt tomorrow. Tanner is high.
Well, right now it's Tanner 319. The champ is here. But if one of you losers ever takes the KLP predictions champion off, maybe that'll become the new moniker.
Wow, he called us losers, Paul.
He did.
Prediction losers.
Gee, well, the first time you didn't put prediction in front of that.
I didn't, but that's what I meant.
Remember, Shep, he's freshly married.
That's true.
So he's still learning how to say words properly so he doesn't get in trouble.
He's got a lot coming to it. We've been there, done that. That's okay. It's cute.
Right.
It's cute. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't do some of the other things that he should be doing, right, Shep?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, I will put you through the Shep marriage school. I'm 1 for 2, so
Yeah.
50%.
I'm 50%.
If
if
Shep and I start a school together for you, Tanner, we've got a full 100% success rate.
Yeah, if you think about it, if you bat 50% in the MLB, you're in the Hall of Fame. You're the greatest of all time. And I'm batting 50% right now.
Attaboy, Shep. Attaboy. Wrestler of the week.
You guys need to stay on point, just like you say.
Yeah, Majin, I'm learning that.
Exactly.
You got a point. Majin, got a point.
Yep. Or what you do is you just avoid it altogether and go hit the golf course.
Yeah, that works for me too. Or you just say yes, dear, and lie. It's like, yeah, whatever.
No, dear, I wasn't on the golf course all day. I was at the office.
No,
on a Sunday.
No, darling. It takes 8 hours to play around the golf, not 4.
The course is swamped.
It was swamped.
These guys in front of us wouldn't let us pass.
Wouldn't let us pass. They ran in on Miller Lite at the half of the turn. Had to go to the liquor store. So many.
All right. Before we get to Wrestler of the Week, Big Laz here on YouTube has thoughts on Motor City Machine Guns saying goodbye to TNA. The tapings free agents come April 1st. I'd love to see them in AEW to make the tag division even stronger, but I don't know what they're going to do.
Right?
I don't think they go. I think AEW is their only choice.
They could work around the world with it.
They could. I think Connecticut's out because of their size and their age. So
This is Triple H ran though. It's not Vince anymore.
Size and age.
I'd like to see him in AEW and do some things with New Japan, and I'd like to see them do some things with GCW. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I've always been big on these two. I think these two, especially Saban, I think they're so underrated. I think they're so good.
And to kind of back Shep up there for a minute, believe it or not, remember, there's a gentleman in Connecticut who was on a hot streak and is now being pushed down because he's a little older, he's a little bigger, and he's hotter than the champs, and they don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He went from being nonstop on everything to where'd he go?
He'll still beat AJ Styles at WrestleMania, though.
Well,
Did you see the promo AJ did? He is ripped.
He looks humongous. I don't know what he did to his diet, but yeah, he's big all of a sudden.
He didn't do anything to his diet. He put a bunch of liquid in his veins. That's steroid shit. Good Lord. I mean, I've watched
He's
AJ
trying
Styles
to be the next Bane.
Well, I know I've watched AJ Styles, and I was a huge AJ Styles fan when he was on the Indies, and then obviously got to TNA, and I'm like, man, this guy's great. Eventually, he'll get there, and he did. But he's never been this big.
No, never.
Nope.
So, I mean, good for him.
Big Papa Styles, big glasses.
Well, if he starts doing math promos, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. Let's just keep him away from the math.
Yeah, if he starts doing math promos, we're shit out of luck.
Yeah.
Wrestler of the week, real quick. I want to make sure we get that in.
Okay. Sorry.
No, you're right.
My wrestler of the week is Adam Copeland.
Good one.
Okay.
Very good.
In losing effort, I'm going to go Chris Statlander. Taking those tacks. And then in the mouth, taking tacks. Better add that so that doesn't become a snippet on YouTube or something.
You know me too well.
Paul says Chris Statlander takes it in the mouth. Oh,
Now you just gave me ammunition right there.
Yeah, thanks.
Wow.
It's kind of like Shep saying he lasts more than 2 minutes, okay? Anyway. I don't think
this episode sponsored by Blue Chew, because Shep lasts longer than 2 minutes.
No free ads.
Maybe they'll start advertising now.
Hey,
thanks, Majin.
I'm all for it.
Hey, Blue Chew. Hey, I'm a 40-year-old overweight guy.
But
hook a brother up, Blue Chew.
But then taking the submission the way she did, back to why I chose Statlander here.
He's doing what?
Blue Chew and taking the submission. What? Anyway, Hearts locked in that submission move on numerous people. Statlander made it actually seem like it was legit painful.
Yeah, no, she did a good job selling it.
So she had to be my wrestler of the week for that.
No, I could easily pick any of those 4 ladies. I thought they did a really good job, but I'm going with the other champion that became newly crowned champion. I'm going with Okada.
Who? Oh,
The Rainmaker.
Talk about him in his native tongue, Tanner.
Well, you know,
The fuck?
I can't.
My cup's leaking. Sorry.
I didn't get to the explicit fast enough.
There was at one point I could talk some Mandarin Chinese back in the day. My senior year in high school, I took Mandarin Chinese, but I can't remember any of it 14 years later. So,
Shep, do you feel like this guy's trying to flex on us?
No, because he set me up for something, and I can't do it. I
please don't.
Nope, I'm not going to do
We're
it.
still in the top 35 pro wrestling podcasts.
Yes!
Podcast in Taiwan. So
Hmm.
stop.
I was thanking them. Thank you.
Oh, we're gonna be canceled. After
Every week's
this,
getting closer and closer.
It's Paul's fault. It's all Paul's fault.
Tanner, we're gonna make it real simple for you. Within the next 6 months, this is just gonna be the entire podcast.
You're
We're
not
just
gonna see
gonna.
our faces. We're just gonna talk.
That's gonna be what? April 5th, 6th, 13th,
What?
whatever.
Okay.
What is?
What is?
The week after Cody doesn't win the belts.
Oh yeah, that'll be
Ooh.
the 13th. Nah, he's winning. He's winning. He's winning. He's winning. He's winning.
So what are we doing that night? We doing like a watch along?
I don't know. I think we got to do our regular pod, but at the same time, watch along. So we can
talk
just have
about
rabbit holes all over the place.
So that podcast will just kind of look like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Pretty
can't do an AEW podcast with a watch along of WrestleMania night
I don't
2.
know. We'll have to figure that out. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we got about 2 weeks to figure it out. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
2 weeks.
So what
All right.
rabbit holes you got, Paul?
Yeah.
right.
Well,
First one. The lottery's up there a little bit. I don't know if you guys ever play the lottery or not.
yeah.
Currently,
no, not very often.
Powerball jackpot is roughly 800 million.
Ooh, that's a nice little payday.
Yeah. And so, cash out or cash option, you're closer to 5. What is the first thing you guys would do if you won that money now? Because this is a wrestling podcast, make it wrestling related.
I'd start my own promotion.
What would the name of that promotion be?
MWW, Mama Wayne Wrestling.
I mean, cross my mind. If I had to name my own promotion, it'd be
Ass Austin Shepherd Slam.
wow.
Can you bring in the ass boys for that?
Yeah.
Yes.
They would be appearing. I would have enough money to pay their appearance fee. Yeah, I don't know.
I put you on the spot there. Totally.
You did. I've never actually thought of me owning my own promotion. But yeah, I'm sure I'd make it something explicit for sure.
Yeah,
So,
probably.
something to relate with explicit or vodka. So yeah.
Paul, what would you do?
Well, for the record here, you brought that up, Shep. About 10 grand will start your own promotion, just so you know.
Ah, well, with
That's
that kind
running
of money.
that's running a couple months of programming too.
Well,
Get your ring rentals about $1,000.
again,
So, but I'd probably agree. Start my own promotion.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, I'm not going to go 3 for 3 then, even though it'd be a fun idea. I might not be as business savvy as you guys.
By the way,
uh,
I do know what I would call it.
Okay, what is that?
WECW. World Extreme Championship Wrestling. Combined
Ooh,
my 2 favorite promotions from when I was younger. WCW,
Hey.
ECW.
you missed it, Paul. We were watching some ECW last week in the background.
Yeah, well,
No.
you know what? I couldn't hear anything last week, so I'd have been sitting here going, huh? What are we talking about?
I would take this is kind of cop out answer because this is on my bucket list of wrestling things to do before I die. Anyways, I want to go to a WrestleMania, even though I am a bigger AEW fan. I want to go to WrestleMania, but with that kind, I could do the whole shebang. I could do WrestleMania front row. I could go camera side. I could do the whole VIP experience. Do it all. So yeah,
Wear
I
a
would do
KOP
Yeah.
shirt.
Sure.
I get the emails. I get the emails of the whole Big Four, where you can do the travel and everything.
Yep.
And if you want to sit in the first, I think it's first 5 rows. They guarantee you the first 5 rows. It's a salty dog, that's for sure.
Yes, thank you, Majin. And I know we've talked about that a lot since it's Mania season. I mean, we are bigger AEW fans, but it's Mania. It's still the mecca of events for pro wrestling fans. So,
yeah,
like
you watch the
gotta
Super
try to
Bowl
just-
even if your team's not in it. So,
Yep, true.
Just look at what all the independent promotions around Mania come to
Right.
Philadelphia. You know, the big news earlier this week was a WWE signed talent premiering on a indie show, and that's Shayna Baszler going to do a Josh Barnett's Bloodsport match
with the TNA talent.
With the TNA
Yeah.
talent, which is what's her name? Help me out.
that girl.
Masa Slamovich. Am I saying that right?
I believe so.
I think I'm saying it right. Okay. No, I don't want to disrespect.
All right, so I will tee this up since Majin just said it. Majin, Majin, loyal viewer every week, podcast sent me a really fun idea. Majin, we are good at give ourselves another week to think about it and do it next week.
Because that's fucked up, dude. Because I have no idea.
He did a really fun idea. And I'm gonna go word from word here so I don't mess it up.
He
Did your phone finally turned back on?
Yeah, it did.
He gave me 2 superstars that I could go down a rabbit hole with.
So here's what Majin did, and if you listen to the whole podcast up to this point tonight, you know he's not happy with the tag team tournament. He said, since we were promised something bigger than what it was, you take a random spinning wheel, come up with 2 random wrestlers on the roster. And it's up to you. How do you come up with an idea of how they would come to team up in the first place, and then how do you book them in the tournament, while also what team they would take place of that's already in the tournament. So he went ahead and did the spins for us. Oh boy, I got Matt Hardy and Griff Garrison.
Who?
Exactly. Who the f is Griff Garrison? Shep got Brody King and Anthony Bowens. And Paul got Jay Lethal and Ethan Page.
Yeah. I kind of have an idea.
And it was random. It was randomized. Like
it was. If you can't tell from Matt Hardy and Griff Garrison.
Oh, gosh. I got an idea too, but I haven't put the final pieces in my head, so I feel better if we wait till next week. And I think I can.
Yes. And to be fair, Majin, he's not on, so he can't hear me say this. Shep has had way too much to drink this week and probably didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah.
He also had some big work stuff going on.
But, I would trade either of you guys' teams. Just put it out there. But I'm not going to. I want the challenge, but I'm just saying if I really could.
Oh, hey, there
really
he is.
I would.
I'm back.
But yeah, we will do that next week.
We'll kick off the show with it next week.
Yeah, we'll kick off the show with it next week. But I want another week to think about it because I haven't buttoned up my idea yet.
Did you guys announce our pairings?
Yeah, yeah. And I said I'd trade either one of you.
I could do something with all 3 of these, so there's that.
So once again, I have Griff Garrison and Matt Hardy. Paul has Jay Lethal and Ethan Page, and Shep has Anthony Bowens and Brody King. They're all tough.
I think Paul's got the layup.
Of the 3 teams, to be fair, those are the easiest ones. So thank you for that, Majin. I know it was random, but I still appreciate it.
But we really
I feel like as the only other person watching right now that gets the Dragon Ball Z reference, he went nice on me.
Yeah, the wheel went nice on you.
Yes.
But thank you, Majin, for sending that in. And if anybody else has any segments or ideas or topics or rabbit holes they want us to go down, please just DM us on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram at Kicking Out Pod, or send an email to kickingoutpodcast@gmail.com or whatever, because we're all for it. That's what makes this fun. So
yes,
we will definitely get to that next week.
So the other rabbit hole I wanted to bring up to you guys, Jade Cargill.
Mm-hmm.
Has WWE already dropped the ball with her?
No, she debuted next Friday night on SmackDown.
Yeah. I would have said maybe if they didn't do something this week with her. But they debuted her at Rumble. They made such a big deal about her signing with PR and everything. They don't do that for talents. I think they're just making sure she's ready to go as they want her to be.
Yeah.
No, they got big plans for her. I don't think they've dropped the ball with her. But I will say if she was in AEW, she would either be or had been already AEW Women's World Champion.
I agree.
I think you see her after Friday, next Friday. She's involved with Mania somehow.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that.
I saw a proposed triple threat match. Naomi, Jade, and I forget who the third person joining him was, against Damage Control at Mania.
Probably Bianca.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
I mean, it gives them something to do with Jade to showcase her on the biggest stage of them all.
Pre-show.
Yeah.
They have a pre-show.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't need to be main
nights.
show.
Yeah, no.
You can't put Bianca on pre-show. She's too big.
Why?
She's too big.
I don't care.
No. She's one of your cover stars for WWE 2K24. You can't do that.
And Cena was cover star. Nobody saw him. Oh,
but that match should be pre-show. There's no storyline. There's nothing behind it. It should.
Don't put her in it then.
Okay.
I mean, Bianca's too big to be on pre-show.
I agree with you, but I mean, other than that, there's no story behind it. It should be a pre-show match.
She can't sell. She's terrible.
Who, Bianca?
Yes.
That's your opinion. That's pretty good.
How much of that blue shit did you drink tonight?
So Paul, you were not a fan of Mania 37 night one's main event.
No.
Between Mercedes and Bianca.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Hey.
It's all right. It's all right. Teach their own. I'm not.
Yeah. Opinions are like.
What the hell? Oh, Paul.
I thought
it was Kenny Omega for a second. That's younger Paul White.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm right here. Don't say it's Paul. I'm.
Oh, you were on the TV last week on the ECW pay-per-view.
Oh, cool.
Roadkill.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I've been called all sorts of names this weekend. I'm telling you.
I'll leave that one alone.
So, Rabbit. Okay.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
I was going to bring it up, but I guess Tanner hit the music instead.
Are we at the end of the PG era?
No.
You don't think so?
No. But when you sit on the board of executives, you can make your own rules. And I'm okay with that. 100% okay with that. So The Rock comes out with his fiery promo, little explicit. Cody comes out with the permission of the board, right? He fires back at him. Absolutely 100% okay with it. With these two guys. Now, do I want to see mid-card guys? No, not really. This works.
How about a fan?
That lady roasted. that lady roasted Roman.
Yes,
Yo, bitch ass. I loved it.
Needs a room full of strangers to acknowledge you.
Yo, bitch ass. I love it.
Yeah, Tanner acknowledges him. Tanner's a mark.
No, I'm not a Roman fan, but I will say he was fantastic on Pat McAfee the other day. He was awesome.
Hold on. He's good on Pat McAfee because it's Pat McAfee. McAfee elevates his guest. He's so damn good.
Remember, McAfee had someone who shall not be named on this podcast on there, and he made him look good.
Look at the feud he had with Adam Cole. It was awesome.
Majin here says, I'm sorry, Cody, but you can't have it both ways. You can't slap a rock and act all edgy one week and then the next week circle back and cry out there, only to flip again.
You know what? I disagree. He went on there and you know what? He got teary-eyed and crying, whatever you want to say, but it was real. He talked about his family. He talked about his mom. And anybody in that position getting ready to take over the lead of a company of this magnitude, you're gonna get emotional. So I call bullshit. Let him get emotional. It just makes it more real. Which
he ran a company. Damn it, he can take over this one.
Easy, Paul. Yeah. Let him go. Let him get real. Let him get emotional.
He was fired up Monday night with his little dick syndrome comment to the Rock.
He was.
That was pretty good.
I like it.
Yeah. Now, Paul, I don't think they're going away from the PG era, but I don't think this is all accidental. I think they're testing some stuff before they go to Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix, they got the liberty to do whatever they want.
They don't have rules.
No.
Yeah.
I think with the success they have had as a family-friendly environment, I don't think they're going to go completely away with that. I mean, I'm not saying we're going back to the Attitude Era. That's not going to happen. But we could see more of a mix. Like AEW does a good mix. I think with some edgy and some family-friendly content.
Well, let's say Netflix is going to run it live 8 to 10. Let's give them 2 hours, 8 to 10. Give me 8 to 9 in that kind of family environment stuff. And then from 9 to 10, let's make it a little edgier.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Attitude Era was supposed to be, and then it just ended up the whole show was that way.
And that's what AEW did, especially early on. Because that was the cable rules where after 9 o'clock, you can say some things that you couldn't say in the hour previous and whatnot with FCC rules.
So I think first night, I really think it's going to be. I think The Rock will pin Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! Oh really? I think Rollins is getting pinned twice in Mania. I think Rollins is going to come out Mania looking terrible.
No, I think Rock pins Cody first night. Bloodline rules, yada yada yada, and then somehow he overcomes night 2.
All right, we got some comments here on Majin I want to hit. But you do a blubbering crybaby as the guy. I'm sorry, but I don't. This isn't the first time he's cried in promos. It was every week in AEW. I've already seen plenty of fans online turning on him and calling him out on it because he either circles back, only flip-flopping his stance, or just repeats the same hard points with just slightly changing it up a bit. Hell, Roman even called him out in this promo.
Okay, don't disagree with that, but I want him to shoot from the hip. So I think when he shoots from the hip, it's personal. So when he gets personal, it's family. And obviously with his dad passed away, anything family or personal, it tears him up, right? So I'm okay with that.
But here's my issue. We all know I'm a Cody fan. I mean, I have a painting of Cody and Dustin hanging behind me here. I'm a Cody fan. I'll say that first and foremost here. But in AEW, he did so many promos about how I'm not Dusty's boy. I'm tired of being referred to as Dusty's boy. That's why he broke out. I mean, even his documentary back in AEW or back in WWE, I'm tired of being referred to as Dusty's boy. I want to be Cody Rhodes. I want to be my own man. But then every promo leading up to Mania, 2 years running, has involved Dusty. That's what gets me going.
It's because part of story, Paul.
I know.
That
I
is
know.
his character's story in WWE.
Yeah,
I know, but
Dusty Rhodes is WWE. So when he was over in AEW, he had to get away from it. Now he's back.
I'm going to counter Dusty with WCW. NWA, WCW.
that's where I was going to go.
Okay. Which I agree with you, but who owns that now?
You're right. It's under the umbrella. I get it.
Yeah. So in AEW, it didn't hit home. Now it does. Because all the time, like, you know, one of the best segments, and this is going, maybe a year back. If you remember, it was Cody and Paul Heyman in the ring, and he talked about how they couldn't pay the freaking light bill, but Paul Heyman brought in Dusty for ECW and paid him a ton of money, and they could turn the light bill on. That's real shit, man. And Paul Heyman's still involved in that. So I feel like, yeah, you can get real right now. This until this ends at WrestleMania, which it will end, right?
Hopefully.
It will. Positivity, Paul.
I mean, okay, Cody goes over. Roman's going to go on a boohoo rant about how he got cheated and he wants a rematch and yada, yada, yada. And Rock's on the board, so he's giving him a rematch.
No. Yeah. Guess what? They sell out SummerSlam and have a banger of a match and make more money than we can even shake a stick at.
Yep. I don't think Rock's going anywhere. Post WrestleMania doesn't mean he's going to be on TV as frequently as he is, but I think he's in this for the long haul. I really do now. And I think they're going to plant some seeds eventually for 41 between him and Roman. I'm not saying he cost Roman the match or anything,
which will be Vegas.
I think 42 is going to be Vegas from what I'm hearing. I'm hearing 41 is going to be Minneapolis.
That's not a wrestling town.
Indoor, big stadium.
How do you not put it in Vegas?
So's Lucas Oil.
I know.
Yeah, well, dumbass McAfee hadn't spoke up yet and lobbied the right people. And I love Pat.
Big Laz on YouTube. How nuclear would it be if Rock teases turning on Roman Night 2, Tama Tonga debuts, and costs Cody the title? My theory is WWE will keep the title on Roman until he passes Hogan, which would be a little post SummerSlam.
That's been my thought. I think we're going to carry this till at least Survivor Series before Cody gets the title.
You're really running the risk of.
Oh, you are.
Cody's not going to. He's not going to lose fan support, but like this, people are going to get tired of story and get their hopes up because then that would be Mania 2 years in a row.
Fans are already at that point. Even Majin said fans online are starting to turn on him because he's cutting the same promo every single week.
But he's selling more merch than anybody every single week, and he still gets the whole crowd on there. I mean, he's still their baby.
Cody freaking Rhodes. All right,
this is the same company that didn't push him worth of crap the last time he was in their company.
He was Stardust.
I know.
Yeah.
No, actually, back to Lars. What's his name?
Big Laz.
Big Glaz. I love that comment about that. I think Cody goes over in the Raw after Mania. I think the new Samoans show up.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's part of the bloodline.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Majin, Cody gets the title. Great. Then what? Cody as champ so far has shown to decrease viewers, not increase. We've never seen him with the main belt, though. But I am, as a big Cody guy, I mean, look at the little Cody shrine you have back here.
You have a shrine. I just say a painting. You're like the Cody shrine.
No, I've got multiple Cody things back there. But I am afraid that his character might be better as the chaser than the champ. I am a little nervous about that. But, but there's only one way to see.
Put the IC title back on him. Let him make it relevant again.
No. Gunther's made that thing relevant.
What are you smoking?
No, we got a nasty ass looking belt out of Gunther.
No, the belt's not good, but Gunther's reign's been amazing.
Yeah, but still.
He's made it relevant, though, the title.
Because people are talking about the fact that it's never defended because he can't wrestle outside of the United States. And all the big shows here lately have been outside of the United States.
A few.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
No.
Majin brings up how he's the top guy in both Impact and ROH, and people tuned out. Says, get the title off Mommy, though. Hers has been mid. Yeah, they're not doing that. She's not losing to Becky.
No, unfortunately. And they had, this is my big fear with Cody. All right. Everybody's talking about Rhea Ripley. Everybody's talking about Mommy. Everybody was talking about Mommy before she was champ. And everybody has continued to talk about her since she won. But they've done nothing with her as a champion.
You're not wrong. It's because division's weak.
I mean, she's undefeated since losing to Liv. So does Liv take the belt off of her then?
Oh, not big enough. They haven't positioned anybody big enough. She's going to keep it till they position somebody big enough to do it. And that's going to take a while.
Jade?
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe. Jade or Bianca. Sorry, Paul.
No! Bianca already had a title run and it sucked ass. Look, how are you going to have a freaking shoulder injury?
But hers wasn't in front of full crowds yet.
Can you have you can't put Nia Jax there yet? Can you push her to the moon?
Never put Nia Jax there. Never.
Okay, who else you got left, bud?
Bring in this young talent they've got on NXT.
But it takes time to build that talent up. I mean, it's gonna. I mean,
okay, freaking the Paige. All right, I'm going by Paige because that's what she was.
Her name's Soraya.
I know, but I'm talking WWE days. Okay. AJ Lee was champion. Paige shows up first night on Raw after Mania, debuting from NXT and becomes champion.
A Divas champion.
You could still do the same thing.
I think Rhea's way too big. Rhea's bigger than AJ Lee was.
Okay, even not with her, but with any of the belts you've got right now. Shake up your roster and do a big surprise. Every title change has been predictable for the last 6-7 years.
Yeah.
If you're gonna take the belt off of her and you go to a veteran like Natalya,
yes,
I could get behind her like one more time. She needs one more reign, and she's good. So
no, Majin, this is a good point. He says hypothetically, say Cody does win, who does he feud with after Roman? Where do they go? I mean, him as champ cannot be losing like a few others have. I hate to say, I think I already know who's going to take the belt off. I think Seth Rollins is going to take the belt off of him eventually. I think they're going to come full circle again with that, but that's going to be down the road because I think Seth's going to blame losing, assuming he loses and takes the pins twice. I mean, assuming he loses the Drew and loses that tag match, he's going to blame Cody in the long run. That's how they get back.
It's his own damn fault for wearing tights clothes to the ring.
But but as of right now, Majin, that is what I'm worried about. I don't know who they're going to have challenge Cody and what brand Cody's going to be on.
That's the problem. You have not established these belts or these wrestlers on either brand.
And I do realize that he's beat Seth 3 times, but Seth will get him eventually.
I think he's back. He's back in the limelight. He was canceled for a minute, but I think Cody beats Brock in SummerSlam.
Yeah, he's not gonna wrestle WWE ever again.
You don't think he ever come back?
I don't.
No.
I don't.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it's too. I was at one time a pretty big Brock Lesnar fan when I was younger. I mean, it's too bad. He had a lot of great moments, but
and he already gave Cody the rub.
Yep.
Why would you have Brock and Cody again?
SummerSlam he did.
Yeah.
Because Roman doesn't want to wrestle.
Maybe they'd really have to build him up. Maybe Braun Breaker eventually. Dude looks like he has it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to throw a name out there that everybody overlooks, and I still think he deserves one more title run. I don't care what title it is. The Miz.
Nah, hard pass.
No, maybe not. Again, maybe not Cody. I get that. I'm fine not putting the Universal Championship on him. I still think we need to call it something different than the Universal Championship, but that's beyond the point. I guess when Peacock's writing you a paycheck, you agree to call it whatever they want.
Yeah,
but
you got some supporters here, Paul.
Yes, he does.
I don't disagree with Paul.
It's not.
I'm not a Miz guy. I'm sorry.
Let him do the World Heavyweight or, the IC title even.
He could take the U.S. title off Logan Paul.
Yeah. But I'm just hoping that this new era of WWE gives us some better looking belts than the shit they have now.
Fair. That's fair.
The World Heavyweight is the closest thing to a good looking belt that company has.
But I understand why they do what they do with the Universal. Because what do they do with every sports team that wins a championship? Triple H sends them a customizable one, and those players wear it around like crazy, and it's unbelievable for their brand.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
As
ugly as it looks.
I do. But let's go old school here. I'm just saying.
I grew up with the Big Eagle belt of the Attitude Era. That's my title belt. That's my favorite looking belt of all time. But
I grew up with the WCW big gold belt.
Yeah. Yep.
And they tried to bring it back with the World Heavyweight. They made it look like shit. But
yeah, no, they need to give LA Knight something, but they're just not pulling the trigger on him for some reason.
He's more popular and more over than the current champions are, and that's the problem. So that got him pushed back down.
Yeah.
You can't be 40 plus years old looking better than a 25-year-old champion.
That's what I tell my wife every day. Better than 25-year-old every day. Come on.
She's with the champ.
Yeah, she is with the champ. She doesn't know it yet.
I think that champ is spelled CHOMP.
Easy, Paul.
Wow.
Or you.
Shots fired. There you go.
Yeah. Can't even spell chump tonight.
I'm like, chomp. Chomp? What the hell's a chomp? Pipe down, bruv.
It's late.
Bruv.
I think I am out of things to talk about tonight.
One more thing. I got one more quick thing.
I'm empty and I got to piss. Come on, Paul. Let's go.
This will be very quick, Shep. And then I'll get your input on this, and then you can go piss.
Hold on.
Come back.
So this is not going to be like me and Mama Wayne and Blue Chew, right?
No.
Okay.
Quick.
Just say.
This will be less than 2 minutes. I've been in a hardcore match, so let's do it. Shep wasn't even reading. He was trying to get the last few drops out of his cup.
I'll be the referee.
Oh, yeah. God. I'm losing then. All right. How slow does news have to be when wrestling news turns to the fact that MJF is no longer on the AEW roster in March when he was removed in January 1st?
January.
I thought that. I'm like, you guys are idiots.
It's all over the place. Yeah.
it started what, Monday, Sunday, or
Yes.
Yeah.
All
I'm
week,
like,
people have been covering it, and it's like,
I'm like,
good Lord.
he's been off the roster page, and his merch has been off the store since shortly after World's End.
Yeah.
Not news.
I think that match ended, and within an hour, he was gone.
Yeah, it's storyline, people. I mean, I could be wrong. If he shows up at WWE, I'll eat crow. I'll be shocked. I think he signed to AEW for many, many years.
And okay, so he didn't show up to the Rumble. So if he shows up, it's going to be the Raw after Mania.
And I will be shocked. But I think that, I mean, Adam Cole was dropping lines and hints about MJF lately. He's coming back.
The merchandise thing is the one. What makes me think like, okay, let's pull his merch down, because if he's hurt, he can still earn an income with merch, right?
Mm-hmm.
He still gets a little piece of the pie.
Right.
So now they're saying, hey, look, you're under contract. I'm sending you a check every week. I know you're hurt. I'm going to pull your merch down. So,
yeah, like Big Last said, Facebook wrestling on Facebook, the pages and the rumor sites are awful.
Mm-hmm.
It's worse on Facebook than it is X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. It is.
Oh,
'cause at least there you know the credible people to follow.
well,
It's awful on Facebook.
Shep doesn't have the book they call Face. So
Shep's smart when it comes to that.
I don't have that. So.
Yeah, I don't think I would have wasn't for my podcast and my everyday job. So
yep, that's the same two reasons I have it.
Yep.
Is that where you hang your banners, Tanner?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just checking.
Proudly display some. Yeah. Yeah.
I miss Tom.
Oh, Shep, I want to say so many things, but
hey, you can say a lot.
If things go how I want, I'm going to be pretty obnoxious next Sunday.
Oh,
if things go the next week how I want, but don't want to get ahead of myself.
Hey, I hope Shane McMahon rises to the top, and you guys have a great weekend.
That would be fun.
I still don't know if you're the best team in Indiana, though.
Oh, Sycamore's my ass.
Oh,
go Trees!
Oh,
my dad would be very appreciative of me for that one.
Hey, Sycamores need to be in the tournament.
They should have been.
They should have been.
But they were going down a rabbit hole. That conference is one of the few conferences that they got to figure something out, because more years than not they only get one team in the NCAA tournament. That's not fair. I don't know what the solution is, though. It's not expanding it, because that's going to do the opposite. We're going to get more average teams from bigger conferences in it. That's not going to do anything.
The best part was the what's his name? What do you call him? The
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Cream?
No.
Oh.
Cream always rises to the top.
He was the
yeah.
God damn it. SEC, the head dog of the SEC conference.
Oh yeah, he's an idiot.
What do you call
I forget his name.
Yeah, but what's his title?
Commissioner?
Commissioner. Damn it. That's what I was looking at. He came out and said, these mid-majors, we need to get rid of the mid-majors.
Yeah, an idiot.
And then the SEC went, what, 0-5?
Yeah. And Tom Izzo complained about it, too. And I'm like, Tom, just go retire. Nobody likes you anymore. You whine more than anybody in America.
Yeah. Don't make fun of the mid-majors. I love the mid-majors.
That's what makes the tournament. And my team's been beat by mid-majors more times than not, but not this year. Thank God.
Every year.
How good is the Purdue hockey team, by the way?
Then it's a hockey club.
Oh, they don't
have a team. No, it's a club. But I got this honestly for a Christmas present from my uncle, and I'm like, it's been good luck when I wear it, so I just keep wearing it. I'm superstitious like that. I'm weird like that. So my wife thinks I'm nuts when it comes to that, but I don't care.
No, I know people who won't even watch their favorite sports teams on TV because they feel if they watch, they'll lose.
That they'll lose, yeah.
So.
We're guys. It's what we do. We're all kind of messed up when it comes to something like that. So.
And Chip's like, I don't do any of this stuff.
No. I guess I'm just messed up.
Oh, I'm sure Shep did something during the Cubs run in 2016 every game. I'm sure he had superstitions.
Yeah, it may not have been superstition, but it was called having a drink.
I could tell you stories during the playoff runs that happened at the local Moose Lodge.
If Shep was sober,
I used to like. I used to like the Moose Lodge. But no, we had
exactly like Majin says. Yeah, it's like he knows people who have to sit in a certain chair, or sit in a certain way. Yeah.
Wear a specific, like there's a pair of underwear they only wear on game day, or a pair of socks.
Yeah, yep. I gotta wear my thong. Oh wait. I say it loud.
Always knew you were an ass man.
Yes, it just fits comfortably.
Oh.
So does this title around my shoulder.
Oh, well. All right, boys. Hey,
that feels ahead. Like the cue to close this bad boy down.
That's good because I'm completely empty. You hear that? Okay.
So in that case, everybody say bye, Shep. We'll let you get out of here. Bye, Shep. See ya.
I mean, I'll wait till you finish the promo.
Yawns out of here.
This episode is sponsored by Roback. Go to Roback and put it on KOP. Get 20% off Roback next future orders.
No, that is not the case.
I know, but maybe they get a couple they get it. And I'm wearing one right now, Majin. What do you think, bud?
Oh shit. All right. But if you do want to buy some actual legitimate KOP merchandise, head to kickingOutShop.com.
No KOP thongs on there. I'm sorry, everybody, but
no.
Maybe not yet. Not yet.
Wait a minute. Put the Shep right on the front. Yeah.
Oh God. Only if you make it in men's sizes and Shep buys one.
Well.
No. I can see the orders. Who buys what? No.
Speaking of, did Shep ever order those shirts?
No, he did not.
No, I did not.
Slacker.
I know. My friends are assholes.
I need to run another promo code. I can do it. Save you some money.
March Madness.
Hey, Mania's coming up. So maybe there'll be a promo code.
Oh, there you
go. All right. Anyway, head to kickingOutShop.com. It's your place to buy some great merchandise, support a great podcast, and look great doing so. And as Majin always says, buy the merch, you fucking marks. Be sure to listen to the Kicking Out podcast wherever it is you listen to your podcast. And if that happens to be Apple Podcasts, be sure to leave us that 5-star review, because we are 5-star KOP. Be sure to follow the Kicking Out podcast on all social media at Kicking Out Pod. Be sure to follow your KOP predictions champion, Tanner Lee, at Tanner Lee 92. Follow the Shep at the Shep 27. And follow myself at Paul Zartman 921. And with that, for Tanner Lee and Austin Shepard, I'm Paul Zartman. Join us again next week as we kick out yet another podcast.